All right, everybody. Hopefully, everybody's having a good Saturday night. And we got Ed, we got Cajun, we got Daryl, and we got Mater. How's everybody doing?
Awesome.
All right. Okay.
I'm waiting on the YouTube side to catch up.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything's running slow. All right, who all we got in here? Good golly. I don't know where the hell I'm even at.
We got Breezy in here. We got Lisa in here. Ben just stopped in.
Hello, Ben.
How you guys doing?
How's everybody?
How's everybody doing tonight?
Oh, so anybody doing anything good?
No second chance.
Since Sandy wouldn't get me any, I had to go get my own.
She ain't here, so I had to go get my own too, so don't feel bad.
My coffee wench has been on strike for like 2 years now.
Oh, Lordy.
Fire.
And there's Breezy. I hope you're doing good, Breezy.
Hey, Breezy.
Yeah, it's been crazy.
Well, right now I'm working on a dust collection system I think will work, and I'm going to be using the big old squirrel cage out of a HVAC system.
Yep.
Plenty of airflow there, that's for sure.
Yeah, I've got a big one. This thing's probably about at least 10 to 12 inches in diameter.
Oh, yeah, at least.
Yeah. That should flow plenty of air.
Mine's more than a foot tall. The one I keep in my living room in the summer, it's more than a foot tall.
Right.
And what is it?
Do what, Mark?
What is it?
It's the squirrel cage that comes out of your heating and air conditioning unit.
Oh, okay.
It's the blower motor and everything, but I'm actually going to have the blower motor mounted up in the top section and having it blow outside. But what I'm going to do is a dust collection system set up at each station, and then all that going into a filter system, and then going from there into the blower motor.
Oh, okay. You work on your furnace, Ed, on your blower system?
No, I worked this morning and I did some other stuff around, and I'll be probably out there tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Hello, Bachi.
Hey, Bochy. John Schroeder.
Hey, John Schroeder. Hey, Bochy.
Hey, Bochy.
Tommy Hamlin.
Tommy.
Hey, Tommy.
Oh,
Hi, John.
But
I didn't do nothing much today.
so Ed, you're going to be putting one of them squirrel cages on that oil burner too?
Yeah, to blow through the heat exchanger.
That'll get some of that going away through there.
Mm-hmm.
I want to put a heat exchanger on this little diesel heater too.
The rusty pipe is tarped. It's about time, Bo. You should have tarped it when you loaded it. But yeah.
Well, I found a couple of old LED bulbs, screw in, for inside the house. I said, well, I got my tester right here. Let me see what's up with this one. Usually if they get, I think this one had 30 LEDs in it, something like that, 28 or 30. And if one burns out, it affects the whole thing. It'll either be dim or it won't work.
I was
So
going
I had one burn out. I flipped it off with my soldering iron and dead shorted it, jumped the circuit, and that tester works real good that I got. It puts out 200 and something volts, and it will, when you hit them, it'll brighten them up, and you can see the one in there. And I'm still blind a little bit.
Yeah, but I want to let Mater know too. Mater, go watch your videos. Your videos, you must be using LED lights because you're getting.
Right. I think what it is.
Camera.
I think it's because if you notice right now, I've only got one that's on. probably because of this one up here. I've got the rest of them all turned off.
Uh-huh.
But right now, I'm only using the one that's up here.
Yeah. No, right now you're fine.
Right.
Yeah.
But,
There's that white blanket behind him too.
right. See, now I go turn those on. The
Now
line.
you got your
Now you
Right.
see it over there. But
Yeah.
even in your videos, when you're doing your shop thing, you're
Right.
getting that lighting thing messing up in your videos.
Right. I don't know if it's because this one up here is doing it or what. Because, I mean, it wasn't doing it beforehand.
Try changing your frame rate that you're videoing at.
Yeah.
I can.
Hey,
How
Ken.
you doing, Ken?
Yeah, that's true.
So
Hey
sometimes,
Ken.
sometimes if you're videoing at 60 frames a second, the 60 hertz light bulb will show up
Yeah.
like the
Or
lines.
match it.
Yeah, it's making a bunch of little lines in his video.
Exposure setting.
Should be frame rate.
Yeah. Remember, I had that problem, Ed, whenever I had them LEDs in the shop.
When he showed in his video that other tool that he had, the table saw. If you notice when he was by that white curtain, bed sheet, you would see that rolling line like the 60 hertz thing. But
Right.
as soon as he got away from that white curtain bed sheet, it would quit.
Right.
Right. I've got recording resolution. I got that set for 1080.
No, it's not that. That's the resolution. That's the quality of the video. It would be recording frames per second, FPS.
Well, that's what it's got. It's got a 1080. What's it? 1080 P60 FPS. That's
Yeah, you
under
should-
recording resolution. Now, I mean, I can change it. I mean, I did a 4K to 2.7K, or it's 30 FPS.
Try it at 30 FPS once and
Yeah.
see if it goes away. Because it's like Ben said, the hertz that your electric's at is should be right around 60 hertz. If you're recording at 60 frames per second, and those two aren't synced, because your lights actually flash at 60 hertz a second, 60 times a second or something
Right.
like that. If they get out of whack, it'll show up on the camera.
Yeah.
That's what I've been trying to figure out. Now, I do know that I've seen on the camera that whenever I move it away, especially from these sheets and everything, everything's fine. But as soon as it goes back towards those sheets, that's when I start seeing the lines.
Yep.
It's the reflection of the light.
Yep.
Right.
I did notice your voice was real muffled in that last video in that joint.
Right. I didn't have the external camera turned
Mike.
on.
Oh, okay.
But now what's really weird is this camera here, that's one I've got set up as far as doing on my live streams and stuff like this. It's starting to do the same thing when I have the other lights on. So I don't know if it's because I've got a light. It could be this light I've got up here that's doing it.
Yeah. I ran into the same problem whenever I used the LED lights, and then I quit using the LED, so I didn't get that
Right.
in the videos.
Well, that's all I've got out here is these LEDs I've got from Harbor Freight.
Well, next time you're at Harvard, what I did was, those lights that's got the clamps on it and it's got the metal hood,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and you put the big bulbs in it. I bought 2 of them, and I got them on the sides of the building, and that's what I use whenever I shoot a video, so I don't get those. That's what, and they're
okay.
cheap there. But the LED, I don't know what it is. Either the camera's picking it up that it's shooting it that fast, or what it is. But I went through that same thing, and that's what I wound up doing to get away with it, because I got LED lights like you do.
Right.
And I went to those lamps, and I put one on each side with them big bulbs so that I would get away from that, and that solved my problem.
Okay.
If it's going to do it for you, I don't know, but that's how I solved mine.
Well, hopefully it won't be that much longer and keep these sheets and everything down, because I mean it's not really getting to be that cold anymore, so I don't have to worry about it.
Right. But
Jeff.
Hey, Jeff.
Hey, Jeff.
Hey, Casey.
Well,
Yeah.
Ed.
I
Daryl.
made it back to work this week. I made a round out to Palmerton and loaded a load and come back and dumped and reloaded to go back. I'm going to go back out tomorrow. But the back seems to be doing pretty good. You get pretty damn stiff, though, sitting in that seat. So just going to have to get that issue.
You got to get up and walk around a little bit.
Huh?
You got to get up and walk back and forth to the bunk a few times while you're going down the road.
Oh, no. I didn't have time for that.
You got to hold on to the wheel.
Tell you what, Jeff, I did good. I dumped out at Palmerton at 7 o'clock in the morning. I was back down there loading lime, and I was sitting at home here at the kitchen table eating at 5 o'clock that evening.
You were
I
speeding.
was rolling.
You were speeding.
I don't speed. The truck may. I know I didn't speed. Hell, I'm slow.
All right, Ben. I'll look on. Like I say, I changed the recording on it, Ben.
Yeah, that's what you tell the state trooper. Man, did you know you were speeding? No, officer. My truck was speeding. I'm on Prozac, and I'm slow as all get out.
That's what they, that's my story whenever they pull me over and they say, "Are you overweight?" No, sir, I went to the doctor and he never once said I was overweight. So I don't believe so.
You got to tell them, well, if I was speeding, it means you were going even faster to catch me.
Yeah. Oh, Lordy. There's a bow.
I pulled in the scales one time, and I had a permit load, oversized and overweight, and report inside, little light. So I'll pull on over, and I'll walk in the weigh station. Can I see your paperwork? I'm like, oh, I left it in the truck. I'll be right back. I said, don't you know you're supposed to bring that in? I said, no, this is the first time I ever got a report inside sign. So I didn't know what to do. I don't come this way often. And she just chuckled and laughed. And I said, I'm serious. She says, oh, okay, well, that's fine. She thought I was making a joke.
Yeah.
Which I wasn't. Really, because I've been through that scale many times, but not with an oversized load.
Getting his engine back next week. 25 horse twin. Good deal.
25 twin.
Hey,
Doug.
Yeah, hopefully now I can get back in the shop and I got three motors I got to get built.
How you going to do that if you're headed to Palmerton?
When I get home.
It's on by 5 o'clock.
Yep.
Yeah.
We got about 15 minutes of daylight.
That's
You got
why there's
lights in the
lights in the shop. And I had the heater running this morning and this afternoon because it was cold out there.
Hey,
All right.
Rick.
Well, the Jeep's not in the driveway yet, so Johnny didn't get it fixed today.
Uh-oh.
He did get an upper control on yesterday for it, though.
Oh, was that bad also?
Yeah. The ball joint, the rubber and all that was all worn out, and so he just bought another one. But he tried what you were talking about, Ed, with the hammer, the air hammer. He tried to get on them ears, and spin that hub in there like that, and it still didn't work. He tried that yesterday. Oh no, yeah. But he got it out. He got the whole CV axle out with the bracket and everything. So he's gonna Told me that around 11. No, about 12 o'clock today, around lunchtime.
Yep, that sounds like a good deal, Doug.
We're just gonna press it out and then clean all that up real good.
Mhm.
When he puts it back together, he said he's putting anti-seize on it. That way, nobody's gonna have that trouble again.
Yeah.
Well, you're supposed to put anti-seize on it.
Well, that Jeep, I don't think that front end's ever been worked on since 2002.
That's good.
Oh.
What time you heading out in the morning, Mark? Early.
Probably between 8 and 9 in the morning.
You gonna get breakfast at the Spoon first, or?
No. Nope.
Why were you thinking about meeting him over there, Ed?
Yeah.
I think Bo's leaving at the same time. 'Cause he's going over that way. He's going over into PA.
So then
He's
it'll be
going to
like,
grab himself a little pack of mini donuts and a coffee and go.
Nope, I only eat donuts.
it'll be between 9 and 10 then if Bo's going with you.
He'll be walking to the truck then. His girlfriend can take him.
Hey,
Hey,
Sandy.
Sandy.
Hey, Mrs.
There's
Hi, Lisa.
Hey, how you doing, Lisa Ann?
Oh, Lord. Well,
Yeah, so my little project box is done finally. I got one screw left to put the top drawer in with.
Hi, Vermont Paint.
hey,
Hey,
Vermont.
how you doing? I got to see him doing some painting today. Did a nice job on, I think it was a piece of slate he was painting.
Yeah, I was gonna say on the slate. Yeah.
Yeah, nice job. He does some great work. And if anybody likes painting art and stuff like that, go check him out, Vermont Paint. He's does some nice portraits.
If I remember correctly, it was acrylic paint on slate.
Yeah, he was doing a slate piece today.
Yeah.
He definitely can do some work on that stuff. And Sandy says she still wants some of the paintings from Vermont Paint.
Definitely very talented.
Oh, definitely. But anyway, I got to get back in the shop now that I'm back trucking and I was able to do that. So I got
Now you'll be able to get one of them tractors up and going that way and get ready for pulling this year.
Yeah. I got a few of them to get them up and going.
Hey, Crystal.
I've got 4 of them I got to get up and going. I got 4 chassis sitting here and 4 motors that I got to get done and get them in.
Ed, you said something last night. Are you going back? Are you going to big boy pulling or what? I mean, are you going over and try to pull with the big boys indoors or?
No, I'm gonna go over and watch.
Oh, okay.
If things go right. I was looking at fuel pumps today. Those ones we buy through Napa.
Mm-hmm.
I can get them on Amazon for like $25 instead of the 60 or 70. Same brand, the Ferrite or whatever it is. 7 to 9 psi. So I may order a couple of them.
Yeah, that looks pretty good, Jeff. But I think 7 to 9 is going to be too much. It's going to blow through the carburetor, Ed. 2 to 5.
I thought that's what we were running, was the 7 to 9s.
No.
Okay, 2 to 5. All right, I'll look up. I think they had those too, but I'll look up again.
I mean, you can try one, but I think it's going to be too much volume, and it'll overrun the float.
All right. Yeah, I think they had the 2 to 5 or whatever it was.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure it's 2 to 5. What was on your old tractor?
On the red one, on my little red 39 cube,
Yes,
the 7 to 9.
because that was off of my. Put that one on there.
That's
And see what
what's
it
on there.
does.
That's what was on there until it took a shit, and then I got that other one. Same thing. It's the same part number.
But it just ain't putting the volume out.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm gonna try a brand new pump this year, so
Right.
maybe it was gummed up and stuff from the methanol and that. So
And they are what, like $79?
yeah, through Napa through Napa.
Yeah,
Like
that's
I
where I
said-
got mine, was Napa.
I found them on Amazon. Same exact pump, just they're like $25 a piece.
Right.
Or is that the diaphragm style pump where you can take them apart and clean them, replace the diaphragm?
No.
No.
These are like the little clicky clack inline fuel pumps.
Right.
I'd never buy another fuel pump from Amazon.
Yeah, Jeff had some issues with one that he bought from Amazon.
Yeah, it didn't last 5 minutes and it went in smoke.
These are from reputable sellers, and they're the same. Like I said, same brand as what we buy. So
Right.
Had a fella, he took a pump off of 25 Johnson, or was it a 15? Anyway, he put it on his lawnmower. It worked. And he could clean the, change the diaphragm when he wanted to.
Okay, yeah. 4 to 7, Sandy. You're right.
yeah,
And
Yeah,
how
40.
much are they there through you guys for the Edelbrock? But ours isn't Edelbrock that I've been running.
they're all the same. They're all made by the same manufacturer. If you look them up,
Just different names.
yeah, even the Holly ones that they're selling for $99
Yeah.
are all come out of the same factory. Just got a different name on them. Edelbrock, Mr. Gasket, the Fayrot, whatever that is, or whatever it is we get.
I got a Holly one there over here on the shelf with the regulator and all that and everything.
Yeah.
But I was going to put that on that big motor. $62.99. They're even a little cheaper.
Oh yeah,
Is that with or without a core?
Without a core.
yeah.
Yeah,
I was looking at those Holly style fuel pumps with the regulators and stuff.
Right.
It's the Jegs brand, not the Holly brand,
Right.
and it's the same pump, same parts and pieces go into it. I looked it up. They're $99. Yeah, $99 with and it's the same Holly black fuel pump. It's made from methanol.
Yeah.
The
one I got over here is made from methanol, and I got that from Summit with the regulator and all that to regulate the fuel pressure. Because you got to have on that fuel pressure regulator, you got to be anywhere from 7 to 9.5 pounds on the regulator.
Right.
No tow rope.
Yeah, no tow rope.
Mm-mm.
Well, I certainly ain't got to worry about wearing the cutting edge off that plow this year, do I?
Nope.
Not over here, anyways.
Yes, Vermont.
Yeah.
And I got a Summit store that's less than an hour away from me.
Yeah, mine's about 40 minutes for me.
Yeah.
I'll say I'm about a half an hour
Yep.
from one. I'm about a half an hour from the original Summit Racing store,
Oh, really?
Talmadge, Ohio.
Yes. And I've spent way too much money up there.
Is that the one that's right off the side of the highway on the right side, kind of like up the hill?
Yep.
I remember that one. I can't remember what highway it was on.
76.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wanted
We
to
got
see
one
that.
up
I wasn't sure.
Yeah, we got one up there. It's either I don't know if it's Grand Prairie. I think it's Grand Prairie, but it might be Arlington, right there up at 20. Because we got one.
Hey,
I've never
Wayne.
been there. Hey Wayne.
Yeah, Wayne, that's what I was thinking about doing, is setting one up like that and trying it to see if it, if we run the higher pressure pump, set the regulator up after the carburetor, so you get the full pressure to the carburetor, and then the return will dump off the excess.
Well, the way I got mine set up, you hold your hand about 6 to 8 inches out in front of that carburetor, and when that thing opens up, it'll actually mist fuel out of the front of that carburetor and draw it back in.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't run out of fuel, and I think B is just it's starving. It's good when it first comes out, midway, then it starts starving.
Yeah.
My take of watching it.
I fully believe that's what's going on too. When it's at low RPM, when it gets under the full load and full RPM, is when it starts starving for the fuel.
Well, that and drop that bowl down on that carburetor. That's my other carburetor off my other motor, right?
Mm-hmm.
There should be a spring in there underneath that float. And that spring, if that spring got off to the side and not centered up, it'll be shutting it off, the fuel. So check that in that bowl. I forgot all about that spring being in that bowl cup.
Yeah.
Now, y'all running a like a stock style flywheel, or y'all running like an aftermarket aluminum?
Aftermarket steel.
Aftermarket steel?
Yes. Heavy.
They're like 22 pounds or 26 pounds, something like that. They're heavy.
What's the difference between the stock one and the aftermarket one? Besides,
the stock one with the kind of RPMs we turn, that cast flywheel will blow apart.
Yep.
And you dang sure don't want that thing blowing apart by your legs.
Right. So that's one thing I'm trying to figure out. What do I need on, with the news I got Thursday, I need to try and figure out, I want to get back on that mini top fuel.
Okay, you're talking what, a mini bike?
No, mini top fuel dragster.
Okay, on something like that, you're not going to want steel. You're going to want aluminum for the quick pickup snap.
Right.
The steel is heavy to where in the polling game, that steel acts like a hay baler, and it gets all that momentum going, and it takes a lot more to bring the motor down to where the aluminum one will hit top real quick.
Right. Okay. Because I do know that some of the, there was one of them out there, I don't remember the brand on it, but it actually had problems with the magnets and everything coming loose and not allowing the engine to fire.
Yeah.
Or it was like firing only on one cylinder, not the other.
Right.
See, the way we get away from that is we run crank triggers, and take those magnets. There's no magnets on those flywheels.
Well, I was thinking about getting one of those crank triggers and going that route.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely do that, and but I feel like I've got an idea as far as being able to run a fuel injection on it.
Now you're playing in a whole different ballgame.
Yeah, well, I'm also talking about running nitromethanol also.
I don't think you want to monkey with that.
It'd be nice, especially since I'm going to have a blower and everything on it.
That blower should make that difference up without running that. Because you go messing with that, you're just looking at a big kaboom real quick when you screw it up.
That's why the engine is going to be behind me.
or melting parts down when you get that mix off, because that's nitromethane's an oxygen bearing fuel.
Right.
And when you get the mix off, things get really hot really quick.
Yes.
That's why I want both of you two to come down here and be part of my pit crew.
I don't know nothing. I know nothing.
I'll tell you what, I'll get you, Mark. I'll get you, Ed, and Daryl will come down and be part of the pit crew. How's that?
You'd be better off to get Daryl and Ed, because I don't know nothing.
I'll be willing to come video, but
Daryl will be the human jack. He'll just bend down, grab that frame of that mini dragster and pick it up while he changes the tires on it.
Yeah.
Human jack.
Cajun, I'll tell you what, I'll let you be the person be out in front directing me, telling me you gotta go this way or this way. Directing me back.
no, you got to get the woman out there in the hot pants for that. You ever see
Yeah,
that?
not me.
I want to know what am I chopped liver here?
You too far away, I think.
You can be the camera guy behind.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, that's a bad fuel mixture setup that you're wanting to go with, and I'll tell you what, it's going to cost you so much you get that mixture off. It's going to cost you a bundle, and
That's only money.
it's not really worth doing it.
Well, I do know that I am going to get, instead of using the regular bolts, I'm going to get like the ARP style studs for the head and everything. And definitely the heads are going to get upgraded for sure.
Heck, instead of upgrading it, you just need to weld the head up,
Make it a closed chamber head.
close the chamber up, and you'll
Well-
build more that way than anything else. But I didn't say that on camera. You don't
Yeah,
do
well-
that.
If I had a way of doing it, I wouldn't mind finding someone to do some billet aluminum heads, but get them changed up some. Instead of having the intake port on the front and the exhaust coming out the back, I wouldn't mind having it where the intake is actually dead center and the exhaust is down below, but get it built as a Hemi style head.
Well, then just contact Go Power Sports.
Go Power Sports doesn't do something like that, but I mean, there is a company, was it Performance 670? But I don't think they would even do anything like that. I'd have to actually contact some kind of a machine shop up here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area to see if they could do something.
You'd have to find a custom builder.
Yeah.
And that right there is going to be lots of these.
I don't know about that, but
Need to get a sponsor. Get one of them machines.
I wonder how much money Jeff's wanting to spend.
Jeff's going to spend it. It's going to be on what Jeff's building, not what you're building.
Hey, you said you just got through saying, what am I, chop liver? Okay, you can be the sponsor for it.
oh, hey, you know what? Speaking about that, what Jeff wants to build. Hey, did you get hold of Willie CK on that Wisconsin motor, Jeff?
Yeah, it's sold.
Oh, did it? Did you find it, Wisconsin?
Not yet.
What are you wanting the Wisconsin for? A Poland motor or
Just to have one.
just to have one? Okay.
Yeah, I really want one of them 2-cylinder ones. Like a THD or something.
Okay.
The one up there, that was like 2 hours. 2.5 to 2.5 hours away. And the guy's like, I'm not driving it down there. And I said to myself, I really don't want to go all the way up there to get it though.
Yeah. Yeah, because Willie was messaging me, and then by the time I got back to him, he was like, how do you get hold of Jeff? And I didn't really want to put your number out there until I talked with
Well,
you.
I got his number and stuff now.
Yeah. I got hold of you, and you said go ahead, and I gave him your number for him to contact you. But I didn't know if anything panned out on that motor or what. But a Wisconsin, I mean, they're pretty decent motors, but they're heavy. If you're going to use it for a Poland motor, they suck because of their weight. You'd be better off with a Kohler K series, because you can do a lot more and you can get more movable weight on the tractor than to have that big Wisconsin sitting up there.
Well, one thing's for sure, you wouldn't pull that nose in the air too good.
Hey, Mud Digger.
Depends on what kind of fire you put under it. Hey, how you doing, Mud Digger?
Hey, Mud Digger.
Hey, Digger.
Hey, Mud Digger.
But up
Yeah,
there,
but Snap-on box,
huh?
I already got. You would think Home Depot with all the stuff they sell can't find a number 4 machine screw.
I don't know.
Should be able to find that.
Yeah.
We got to order them. You got to order them.
Wow. What about your local hardware store? Don't you have a local hardware store around you?
The only local hardware store around here is like 25 minutes down towards Rockaway and Dover.
Wow. Those would be
Yeah.
the people that basically have it, but anymore it's the local hardware stores are getting few and far between anymore.
Yeah,
They're getting
that's the problem here. There's
Yeah.
nothing around here anymore.
they're getting overrun by
Big box stores. Yep. Big box stores are doing the mom and pop little places in, but the mom and pop little places is basically where you would find everything that you was looking for and you wouldn't think was there, and they would have it.
Yep. Well, one
Hey,
we used
Mom.
to have in South Carolina, that doggone place was huge ass building, and you walk in if you needed to park for a valve or something that was made in the 1930s, they had it on the damn shelf. So,
Right. Hey, how you doing, Mama Sweener? Good to see you.
I'm on
Well, we got a place down in Dover. It's like anything with threads, they have it.
Right. See, we got placed Ziegler Nut and Bolt up here around us,
Yeah.
where if you can't find something, you're going to find it there.
Well, I guess if I really wanted to, I could open up the Lawson book and order, but I don't want to order like a whole case of them.
Right.
Well, I mean, if you really want to order them, you can go on to McMaster Kerr and you can order them, 1, 2, 3 dozen, half dozen.
Yep.
There's a plumbing supply house in Abbeville. They've been there for years. They were there in the 50s, and they still open, and they got everything you need. If they ain't got it, they'll make it for you. Like nipples, stems, pipe stems, nipples. If you need exactly 16.5 inches, exactly, and you can't find it, they'll make it for you. They'll thread it up themselves, and no extra charge for the threading.
Right.
Nice.
That's what's nice about where I work at. I can get all that stuff made there.
Right.
Yeah, right.
I can go up to like 2.5 or 3 inch pipe threaded.
Yeah, I know this guy that's got a lathe in the shop that can pretty much do stuff like that. Sometimes I have to go use that guy, but sometimes he can be a real pain in the butt.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah.
I know a couple guys that have lathes, and I know another guy that's getting a small mini lathe to make small little parts. So
Yeah.
Yeah. I found one at the pawn shop the other day for like $600. One of those Grizzly 7x12, brand new, still in the box.
Well, listen.
Really?
Be careful on your lathes. If you're going to get a lathe, make sure it does not have those nylon gears. You want steel gears if you're going to work with steel. If you're going to work with wood, nylon will be fine. But I work with steel, and I'm going to get me a good lathe one of these days.
How big was that? Well,
It's a 7x12, and
oh, that's too small. You don't want that. You don't want that.
But I mean, $600 and brand new, still in the box. And Grizzly sells it new for $850 plus $199 shipping.
Okay, but let me go a little bit into depth on that lathe. I got one, and I got $800 in my great big one, and it's a South Bend.
Mhm.
And I got all the tooling and everything. But guess what? It was at an auction.
That's what I was fixing to say.
Yep.
I get things where stuff like that's going out of stock, out of business, and all that stuff. So
The small one I'm getting is from Kenny, and it's just a 3. It's just got 3 stack pulleys, electric motor, and it's just a little hobby lathe, but do good enough for what I need to do here at the shop. And if I need to do anything bigger, I can go to his or yours. So
Yeah.
That's what Mater's got. A 7-inch by 12-inch. That's the one he's looking at. Well, it's bigger than, it's not tiny, but it's a good size.
Right.
Right.
Well,
Still
I've been looking
considered a mini lathe.
Right. Well, I've been seeing some of the videos and everything on YouTube about guys, how they're building their own lathe and everything from scratch. And it's like, okay, I went on eBay just for the fun of it and looked up how much a linear rail and everything is. I'm going, damn, you mean tell me I can get this rail system with the blocks and everything for like $120, and then a 4-jaw chuck head for like another $60? I'm going, damn, yeah, I could build one bigger and better than what I could go and buy one for.
Hey, how you doing, Donnie?
Donnie did fairly good down at
Springfield?
Springfield.
Yeah. I seen a
Donnie?
few video things from the pools down at Springfield.
Yep.
I don't know, Mater. It's totally up to you. But if I was gonna buy one of them Grizzly lathes, I would start with that one there.
With that one there.
Yeah, it's a G403.
How big is that one? A 12 by
12 by
36?
36.
That one's the heaviest of all of them that size. And it's the only one that, if you go on YouTube and start watching them, it's the only one that these guys like. Most of the other smaller ones, like the 7 by 12, people buy them. They're small, quick to put together, but they don't work worth the shit, really.
Yeah. Some of those Atlas ones, like Ben saying, some of the Atlas ones are decent.
Oh, them old Atlases are awesome. The old
Mhm.
Right. I mean,
we got an old Atlas in the shop with I think it's a 36 or 40-something inch bed on it. I know we can handle some pretty long stop.
Broke a drive shaft bolt today. That sucks, Donnie.
Damn.
Hopefully it didn't tear up nothing else.
Oh,
1940.
Well, what do you think about one of them jet lathes?
I don't know.
The jet's pretty close to the same as that, only it's wherever they make them.
Yeah, I don't know.
I've heard good things about Jet Tools, so
Yeah. Well, it's either that.
Jet used to have good tools,
Mm-hmm.
good woodworking tools also. That's the main thing I've seen. Who was it? Home Depot selling Jet tools at one time, or was it Lowe's? One of them in Lafayette was handling, I think. I want to say it was Home Depot that had the Jet line for a little while. But most of that stuff was woodworking tools in the Jet line.
I don't remember.
Oh, Jet made for a while. I don't know if they still do, but for a while they
used
stuff.
ooh,
All that kind
he
of
froze.
stuff.
Oh, you're gonna have to repeat that, Jeff. You froze up.
Yep.
You said Jet used, and that's all we heard.
At one time, Jet used to sell all that stuff, like the big ironwork and band saws, the huge monstrous drill presses, lathes,
Oh,
milling
okay.
machines.
Okay, got you on that one. Yeah, you froze up. We didn't hear anything.
There's Daryl.
Thank you, sir. I this doggone touchpad on this thing's getting old, and
Yep.
if you
Nope.
move it the wrong direction, sometimes it'll kick me out.
Yep. No
And
damn.
on
That's
my-
a good thing, Donnie.
My little backup phone, emergency phone, been having it for a couple years, and the touchpad's going on it too. You press it, and then nothing happens. You press it again, and you see something start to happen, and it takes 3 seconds to see that come up, or 4 seconds.
Yeah, I think my phone's getting ready to take a crap or something. This morning, the kids kept calling, and finally they called their mom and said, "Hey, why ain't Dad answering his phone? My phone wouldn't ring or anything. It was just like locked up. I don't know if it went through an upgrade or what. I couldn't call out or anything."
I've got to reboot mine every once in a while. It'll do that. I reboot it and it's fine for 3 or 4 months, and then
Yeah. What I did, I took the back off and took the battery out for about 4 hours.
You can't get to the battery on mine, but anyway, we turned it off and let it set a little bit, and then turned it back on. Then everything started working fine on it. So I don't know, maybe it's just getting worn
You got
out.
an iPhone then, huh?
Yep, it's an iPhone.
Yeah.
I've had it for about 5 years, but you know how it is.
Wow.
They like to play games with them. You know, once they get so far out of date, then they start screwing with you.
Oh yeah.
Buy another phone. But heck, that phone was $1,300 when I bought it.
Huh?
Damn. Yeah.
I would have
They
left that
expensive
shit
when
right
they
on the
knew.
counter.
When they knew they expensive.
Yep.
The new one's about $2,000 right now.
Yep, I get
Probably.
13 for that one, and the wife says, "Well, maybe you need to get a new phone." I said, "I don't think so. Them things ain't cheap." I said, "If I buy a new phone, I'll tell you what it's going to be. It's going to be a flip phone. That's all I need."
something that rings and you can make and receive phone calls and text messages.
Yep.
I'm buying a phone. I'm not making a truck payment here.
Well, that big fancy truck probably got all that built in. So I mean,
Wayne said he's got a jet planer.
Jet planer. My
Yeah.
old phone plan ended the 29th, and new phone.
They got this old boy. I forget what he was in the Bayou Gardner farm a lot. They call him the judge or judge something. I don't know if he used to be a judge or something years and years ago, but he's got an old wood planer. A lot of his stuff runs on belts, tractor, with that
Uh-huh.
4-inch belt and an old time tractor working it. And that's most all his woodworking tools. He's got a planer. I mean, that does an awesome job, awesome job. He's got a sawmill that works off a tractor belt.
Mm-hmm.
A belt, same thing. Rips all his own lumber, cuts his own trees up for lumber.
Yep.
He's got a nice little system. He's one of them homesteader type guys,
Well, there's a guy I watch on YouTube here that he's got a full metalworking machine shop that runs off steam and the wide belts.
Wow.
Yep, he's got
He's not
planer.
a homesteader. He's just the old-fashioned type that lives out in the country and lives kind of like the old way. Grow what you eat and eat what you grow and kill and all that. He's got electricity, but everything that his woodworking stuff doesn't run on electricity. It runs on that tractor.
Yeah, that's the way all the Amish places are around us. We got a boatload of Amish that has sawmills, but they're running off of diesel engines, and it's run off of hydraulics.
yeah.
Yeah. When people are complaining about $500, $600 electric bills, he can brag and say, "Hey, mine's 60, or 50. I ain't got all that fancy stuff y'all got. Got a little window unit for his bedroom and his living room, and that's the two main places in his house that he stays. The living room, watch TV, bedroom to go to sleep, and he says, I want to sleep comfortable."
Right. I don't really need a living room or a bedroom because I'll be in the truck more than I'm in either or.
And they both have it. It has AC.
Yeah,
That's an extremely high priced AC unit there, Mark.
Yep.
it's my RV.
Yeah, there you go.
I keep sending you those pictures of those toter home, Mark.
Oh yeah.
You know, they got little kitchenettes and everything in them. You and Sandy could just hit the road.
Well,
When I ran crew boats years ago, I stayed offshore straight time. I didn't want to go home. I was going in 3 times a week in Intercoastal City for laundry pickup, groceries, and bringing crew, doing crew change on the platforms. And I'd have to wait over there like for laundry or groceries, and I'd spend the night over there. I'd go to the bar, do what I wanted to do, and I was drinking at the bar and making money at the same time. $100 a day wasn't bad back then.
wow. It's crazy.
Be like
But when I did want to take off a week, I'd call ahead of time and let them know, look, I need a relief captain in 2 weeks for a week. I got to go out of state or whatever. We got something planned. And my company was, look, no problem.
Yep.
Got a guy over here by me there I know of. He took this Kenworth triaxle he had for years, pulled the lift axle off it. Thing's all air ride. He had it stretched out. I forget how many feet. Had this one of them like camper unit things made and put on it.
Uh-huh.
And then he's got like this panel hitch on the back that he pulled his big trailer with the 4-wheelers and all that shit on.
And no CDL required.
Nope. Not as long as it's toter. And that's crazy.
And you can haul 80 or 100,000 pounds with it.
Well, it's like an RV, like a Bluebird motorhome, a pusher, diesel engine in the back. And those things, that's considered, you got double axles on the back. And those motor coaches, them Silver Eagles, they long, 35, 40 feet long, and people live in them. They drive them around. They got a diesel engine, a transmission, just like a big truck, big, huge.
Yep.
They don't, they campers. They don't need a CDL.
Look at Wayne Hatfield. His comment in there. He's got a pretty good setup there.
For power interruption, I run my TVs, computers, so they never go down. Yep, there you go.
Yep, good setup.
Yep, he's got that PSU, uninterrupted power supply. I had one like that, and I took the transformer out and the board because it was giving me faulty house wiring.
And there you go, Jeff.
Alarm.
Look at
It's
Tom.
giving me the alarm. So I said, I'm just making a power strip out of it. So I got 10 power strips out of that box, and it's surge protected.
Hey, how you doing, Roadrunner? Jeff, look at Tommy's thing on that lathe.
Yeah, I'm seeing that.
That might give you another good idea there.
Well, first I need some place that I could actually put it and use it.
I'll put it down in the basement. It'll be all right.
I mean, I've been looking at them through Facebook Marketplace and everything, but we're talking, $1,500 and higher for them. And of course, most of those are the ones that I'm not going to be able to use. Some of the fact is, I can't get them in the garage here. They're going to be too damn big, and they're going to be usually 3-phase, and I don't even have that set up out here.
You got 220 in that shop?
I can.
Oh, okay.
I don't have it right now, but I can. I mean, I'm running 220 on the other side of this wall here.
In the dryer, yeah. Right.
That's when the washer dryer. Of course, the dryer is 220.
Right. How long of a wire you got running from that dryer receptacle to the main breaker box?
From that breaker box over there?
From wherever that juice is coming for that dryer.
I'm thinking I ran 100 feet.
Oh, you got some
that's
big
pushing
wire
it
there.
there. That's
Hey,
You got
Mater,
some
pushing it.
big wire.
Mater, look at Ben's comment.
Yep.
Now all you got to do is get the adapter. If it's 3-phase, all you do is just get the adapter to run it on 220. That's all.
Yeah.
Instead of changing the motor out.
Yeah.
It depends on what you got and what you want. You know.
Right, but the ones that I'm looking at, that I find and everything, we're talking that it would basically take up about half of this side of the rock. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
we're talking like a 10 or 12 foot.
Oh, you're talking about a drive shaft lathe.
I'm like, I'm going, no, I don't, now something
Yeah,
like
you can
that.
turn a drive shaft on those things.
Right. Now, like the one that Jeff was talking about where he showed, that I think was a 12 by 36.
Yeah.
Something like that would be perfect.
Well, I never really realized until I got a lathe on how much you use it. Because you can use them for a lot of things. And I thought, why in the heck am I even buying this thing? I don't really know if I'm going to be able to use it. But I'll tell you what, I've gotten a lot of use out of my lathe.
Lathe in a milling machine. You could do anything almost.
I don't let anybody know about the lathe at the shop because neighbors or whatever, my family, I don't let them know that we got a lathe at the shop because it's going to be, can you do this? Can you do that? Oh, by the way, while you're there, can you do this?
Right.
It's like having a welder.
Right. That'd be something.
Yeah, there you go.
Right. But that's something else I'll be looking at is going to get a lathe, small one, but also get a small mill also.
Yeah, there's a lot you can do with a mill too. And there's a lot you can do with just a drill press,
Yep. I know guys that they actually take a drill press, and I've been hearing about how there's a thing you get off of Amazon. It's the same setup.
Yeah, for your table.
Right, it's the table. It does
to move it.
The cross slide
in and out.
Yeah.
You gotta watch though. Gotta watch with them cross slides. You gotta get one that's good because some of them they're like real cheesy and it's gonna throw you off when you start using them.
Well, and the other thing too is on the drill presses, they're not designed and set up for the linear. You'll get a lot of walk,
right?
They'll wear out real quick when you put a lot of side load on them.
Right.
Yeah, because they're designed for up and down. They're not for pressing side to side. And when you want to modify it with the
table, a crawl table.
Well, now it'd actually take having a top and bottom bearing on that shaft. That way it'll keep it lined. Because most of your drill presses, they've only got like a center bearing, which is no big deal because they're just going up and down.
If you do something tiny, small, that's iron, metal, whatever, you can just slowly turn that crank, that worm gear, just slowly turn it where it just, and then don't take much of a bite out, just 30 seconds at a time, or 3/3, not even 3/3, 3/64.
Oh,
and
Lord.
Just,
20 to 30,000 to the clip.
There's my coffee smoking lady, Susan M. How you doing, Susan? Good to see you.
Mom's like you're sitting in her chair.
Keeping it warm for us since she ain't here.
Hey, Susan.
Yeah, I mean the cross slides are nice if you want to make repetitive holes, like in a straight line, and you just want to keep moving them without clamping it and unclamping it.
Right.
But I wouldn't trust my drill press to do any precision milling.
Right. Oh yeah, I know.
There's Kylie and Kay and Kyle.
Kaylee and Kyle. Yeah.
Kaylee, you're feeding that boy too well.
He's not working enough.
Yeah, I go with that.
He's happy. That's all that matters.
Oh shit.
Well,
He needs to start carrying more wrenches instead of watching.
are they coming? They returning your truck, or is they coming to get it there, Mark?
No, they had it last night. The other boy had it today.
Uh-oh.
It just came back a little while ago in my trailer.
Full of
Truck
fuel.
and trailer.
No, it's probably empty.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. Is it full?
That I don't know.
Well,
Between,
depending on which
move
boy,
in on you like that.
I think they said it was between half and a quarter, Dad.
No.
say depending on which boy,
Huh?
so depending on which boy had it, chances are it might have come back full.
Rich had it.
It might have
Kyle
more
had it
fuel.
last night. Bo had it earlier yesterday. Then Kyle had it last night. Then Rich took it last night and all day today.
You might as well just put U-Haul on it.
You ain't
kidding.
But you know, this is the sad part about it. Now think about this, okay? I got all these payments on these vehicles, and Dad's got Shoe Leather Express because I never have a vehicle to drive.
Hey, well, at least
So whose fault is that when you think about it? Take that key and keep it in your pocket.
I was just gonna say, now I know why you haven't went and got your new truck yet.
No,
You never have it.
no. I'm going to trade that truck in and get a 3/4 ton. But I don't know.
I gotta keep the battery.
I
just-
traded in and get a nice 4,500 myself.
So you might as well hold on. You might as well hold on to that old truck because everybody's gonna be wanting to borrow the new one. You can just let them take the old one.
Yeah.
No, he'll be stuck with the old one and they'll take the
Gotta
new
take
one.
the new one with the boat to go to the tournament and win again.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm going to wind up getting a new one, but
you get a new one and I get your old one.
ain't nobody getting my old one.
You never loan. I never take your truck, so technically, I feel like I should be the one to get your truck then.
Because you don't damn well know how to drive. Or,
I-
never mind.
I
Can't
have
see over the steering wheel.
Yes, she can't see over.
I can sit on a book, and Dad's truck has a seat that rises up and lowers. Thank you.
Undo the bolts for the seats and put some 2x4s underneath, then that'll help out.
Yeah, there you go.
Remote
man.
it back.
Wait, we got the lathe. We can make bushings.
Yeah. We'd have to make 6-inch bushings to get her up high enough to see over the steering.
I can see over the steering wheel. I have drove your truck in Canton plenty of times.
Oh, Lord.
Hey, Mark, are you trying to say she's that vertically challenged?
I
She's
get it from
some
his.
type of challenge, but I don't know what.
I get it from his side of the family.
I'm going to
So
leave it alone. I'm just
Hey,
gonna leave
speaking of vertically challenged, where's Bocce?
that.
She was in here earlier.
Earlier.
No, she disappeared.
She's cooking for the monsters.
there you go.
Now, as soon as Kyle showed up, Bocce has to leave.
Maybe they're one and the same.
You never know.
Never seen them together.
Said she was cooking. Oh, okay, Lisa Ann. But yeah,
So did you break out the Kenworth there to take the place of the burned up truck yet?
who
You.
had a burned up truck?
Oh, I thought after your truck caught on fire there, you were gonna break the Kenworth out and start running that again.
That's Briggs.
That was Briggs. That wasn't me.
Yeah, I know.
What to do with that?
Yeah. How did you get him mixed up with Briggs? Oh, Lord have mercy.
No, I ain't get mixed up with him and Briggs. I just wanted to see if he was gonna answer that one or not.
Oh,
I
I'm
caught it.
testing you.
I caught it.
I caught it real quick, and I'm like, you got me confused with somebody else, fella.
Yeah, I thought he meant the kids were burning up your regular truck. You know, I mean, putting miles on it.
In fact, I haven't even seen Briggs around. Has he been around? I heard he was in the hospital or something. I don't know.
No,
He was a few days ago. He was on somebody's channel
it was
Well,
on mine,
on Mater. Yeah.
and
He
he,
was on mine,
actually,
too.
yeah, he messaged me earlier saying that he got another friend request from me. I'm going, nope.
Huh.
Says I'm getting to be popular with everybody trying to clone me. I'm going, damn, that'd be nice if I get cloned. That way I get a lot of work done.
Them friend requests, they kill me. Every time I turn my phone on, it's like a 15-minute thing going through removing them all.
Yep.
Oh.
I get about 5 or 6, fake ones a day.
I wish I could lose my phone, and then when I do lose it, somebody brings it back to me.
Hey, you lost something.
Yeah.
I was trying to lose it.
Well, Mark, that's the thing. I do. Christmas just passed, and just tell them your birthday's coming up, and Kyle there can go get you go pay for the new phone.
Yeah,
That's something
right.
to sink in the fishing lake because I don't need a new phone. I don't need a phone at all.
Well, Mark, I got a simple solution on that. What you do is you take Sandy on a nice cruise down to the Caribbean, and you sit there at the back of the ship and everything, and all of a sudden your phone slips out of your pocket overboard.
Yeah, we did that with Sandy. Oh, okay, Ben. I wasn't sure on that.
I say he already did that with all of his guns. They went down with the boat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
On the right side is the lake.
Yeah, but the lake and everything is probably as deep as out there in the Caribbean.
Oh, he was on Lake Superior when that happened.
I don't know where the hell I was at. I got lost somewhere.
I got lost in the fog.
Yeah, but they're gonna have to start dredging these doggone lakes with all these daggone guns and everything else that's went overboard.
Yeah. I just, that I didn't think that I would be out of work as long as I was with this back thing, 11 months. And it was like, holy smokes. I never want to go through that again.
Your hair starting to grow back.
What's that?
So your hair's starting to grow back and you pulling it all out.
Man, I'm telling you, it was rough. To be retired or something like that, I think I'd lose my freaking mind. I really do. Because, it just seems like when you don't have nothing to do, maybe I'm crazy or something, but it just seems like your mind just races and races and races when you don't have nothing to do.
And now you know why I'm the way I am.
I believe it, Jeff. I went through it. I really did.
That's me.
Because, you just don't know what the heck to do with yourself. You can't do a whole lot. And then if you do something, then you hurt yourself even more. And it's like your mind just never rests. It's just, you're going crazy.
I'll do that tomorrow night.
That's why I spend most of the day out here in the garage, just either on the computer or I'll piddle around doing something and just, okay, well, this needs to be done. It's like, okay, I can do this.
Right.
I guess that's part of the reason why I did that little Snap-on box.
Yeah, just something to kill your time,
Well, there's a difference between being retired and being injured.
Right.
If your back wouldn't have been messed up and you had 11 months off to do what you needed to do, you would have got a whole lot more done.
Oh yeah, I would have had some serious pulling stuff set up. But I didn't even feel like going out and monkeying with anything or doing anything, and it just plays on your mind big time. It really does.
So anyways, I got this here wood boxes waiting for you now.
Is it?
Yeah. Or I could take a picture of it and just throw it on Marketplace tomorrow.
There you go. Oh, gee, Manise.
That hurts to think about it.
You ain't a kidding. Lisa, that don't even sound fun. But
No.
it was just, the back is the most miserablest thing to mess up because you can't get comfortable. You can't sit still. You get up and you move around and try to get it to square itself around. And then you got to quit doing that because it just irritates it another way. And it's like, there's just no happy medium there that you can even get to. It's crazy. I don't want nobody, but I don't want to go through it again either.
Yeah, like I say, that's the same way. Like with my abdomen, with everything that's been going on. I mean, sitting there watching something on YouTube, and all of a sudden I got a very sharp pain, and Crystal's going, because I was bent over the bed, and Crystal's going, I got to take it back to the hospital again. I go, nope, and it went away. If it stayed and everything, yeah, I've been going back to the ER today.
Yeah.
Kyle, I don't believe that last thing. Not at all.
Well, there's
No, no, that's why Bo is so skinny. Kyle gets there before Bo gets there. So
it's just putting on the winter fluff, you know.
You got that. He's got that 6-pack abdomen, but he's got all the insulation on there to make sure it stays cold.
He's got what you call a 24-pack going.
I worked hard for that.
It's all honest.
Yeah.
It's hard work not missing a meal.
You're preaching to the choir.
Nope.
Why did he stand there and watch you, Bo?
No, I sat in my own car. I told him it was here.
Hey, Missy.
Hey, Missy.
Hey, Missy.
Yeah, but no, that's one thing. You know,
Hey, Missy.
that's two things I wouldn't wish on anybody, and that's open heart surgery or mess your back up. I mean, it's miserable. It's a toss up between the two on which was worse. To be quite honest with you.
That's the first time you hurt your back.
First time. I never hurt my back. I'm 55 years old. Never had a back problem in my life until I fell.
I've always had a back problem. It's just.
Did he have any of them snap back on him,
You have to
Bo?
learn to work with it.
Right. And that's what I got to do now is I got to learn how to work with it so I don't damage it more. Because I ended up with some nerve damage and everything that still affects me here and there, but I know how to overcome it now. 11 months of the crap, you know. But it's not a fun thing. It really isn't. And you can do just a simple little twist and get aggravated.
Yeah. When I was 20 years old, I almost got hired by one of the biggest production companies in the world, Danos and Curol. It was Danos and Curol at the time. Now I think it's just Danos. But they operators for, offshore platforms, pumping oil and gas to the mainland, to Louisiana. Anyhow, I had all my aptitude tests and, all of that stuff done. The only thing I was hired, but I had to pass examination. My physical, not a problem. But when it got down to the back x-rays, I got called into the office and they said, you passed everything with flying colors except for your back x-ray. You got a messed up back. I said, no, I don't. No, I don't. And they like, yeah, you do. You just don't know about it. And that's when I found out I had a bad back at 20 years old.
Wow.
I mean, messed up.
That's some crazy stuff.
I did a lot of stuff when I was younger that injured my back. I just never thought nothing of it. The pain went away after a month.
Tommy, Britt was saying that it went and hit the one of the fuel lines, and that's what caused the fire. All that diesel fuel.
I thought it was the reefer unit caught on fire.
Mm-hmm.
Which is on
he
the
said
trailer.
something about the bed being, the sleeper being burnt.
Yeah, if the reefer unit, if the motor on the reefer unit caught on fire, it would get the back of the sleeper.
Yeah. But what
Must have
made
been
it
burned
bad
for a
is
couple of
because
minutes there before he found it.
it hit the reefer, but what I'm saying is, the fact is that it hit one of the fuel lines for that reefer.
Damn.
So it's spreading the diesel fuel all over, and of course that hits the, anything hot, it's going to burn.
Yeah.
I hit a wild turkey with my stack on my Western store one time. A wild turkey. I was by Palmetto up the road a ways, and I was coming back, and I thought it was a buzzard. there was a turkey. I stopped and I looked for it and I found it. It was a wild turkey. It hit my stack.
Well, I had
stack. I had double stacks.
I had one.
Was it a fifth or a handle?
I had one of those barn raised ones that hit the corner of the windshield of a cowboy.
I couldn't.
And I was just glad that it was right in the bend of the windshield, because if it hadn't been right in that bend, it would have probably brought the windshield right in with me.
Oh yeah.
I can't picture something like a Sparrow breaking a fuel line open.
I don't know. It depends on how big a bird it was.
Well, how big's a Sparrow usually?
It's hard to say if it was on steroids or not.
So a handle of wild turkey is pretty big.
Yeah.
Worst thing I ever had was I had a duck hit the windshield, and it was hanging in the visor and busted the windshield and stuff on the passenger side. I was going past the rest area, and there was a bunch of water and cattails, and the whole flock of ducks come up out of that thing, and I caught one right in the windshield.
Wow.
The worst thing I ever seen was a guy come into the truck garage there where I work at, and the guys called me over and wanted to know how much they should charge to wash this guy's truck. He hit like 4 deer with the trailer.
Wow.
The guy in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
And they all come out from underneath that thing in pieces, parts, and smothered the front of his truck.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it was on the mirror stacks, up under the visor, up on the cowl, everything. So, yeah.
How about the tenderized venison?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
But you've never ever had a turkey buzzard poop on your truck, have you?
Nope.
Believe me, that ain't something that you want to have to do. Because you'd be amazed how much
here in the
things
summer.
poop.
Have you ever had an egg hit your windshield, or Jeff?
An egg?
Yeah.
I mean, I got an egg one night, and about 3 of them hit my windshield. And you talking about somebody driving blind for a few minutes?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
the worst thing that ever happened to me was down here on 43 heading for Steubenville. A car was sitting at this little gas station, and I popped up over the hill and started down the other side, and they come by me and paintballed the hell out of it. Got my windshield, side window, the whole side of the truck, and I couldn't see nothing. And there was a state highway patrol. I stopped right there in the lane because I couldn't see, and I was trying to clean my windshield. And he said, "I just caught them kids 4 hours ago." And he said, "Which way did they go?" And I pointed, and he took off. And I guess they was doing that whole stretch of the damn road down through there. And it's just a little 2-lane road at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Pitch
I
black,
had that,
you know.
I had that happen.
Kill somebody.
Yeah.
I had that in West Tennessee over there, going around a little 2-lane road.
Will y'all hear about that guy driving that Tesla out there in California? Yeah, the guy's driving around like a smoke gray Tesla up on the highway, and no license plate on it whatsoever, and video showing him getting out of his car and hitting people's cars with a pipe up on the highway. And he's done it to several different people.
That guy needs some medication.
The Tesla one I seen was the guy who was driving, and he's using the self-driving mode and went into a tunnel, lost the GPS signal, and the car come to a stop and caused an 8-car pileup behind him.
Wow.
This one here, it's showing where the guy, the news and everything. I mean, this one guy, he watched the car and everything, the guy in the Tesla, start road raging with some lady off to the side, saw that he was videotaping, got back up on the highway right in front of him, and then dead stop, got out with about a 3-foot long pipe, and started coming over and banging on his truck.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but we're in the double overtime now.
That's good.
Damn, that took forever.
What the heck is that?
LED bulb.
Oh,
Just to get that globe off, they siliconed on there. This one has the electronics on the top side. The other one I fixed earlier had the electronics on the inside.
how in the heck do you fix them?
This one ain't got as many LED, huh?
Hey, I just got through taking one out. It was kind of flickering. So what would be wrong with that?
One of the LEDs, you see
Right.
you see all the yellow
Yeah.
the yellow squares, that's all your LEDs. The other one had like 30. This one ain't got but 20 or 18. But
Yeah.
it's one of the LEDs that's going out, or that capacitor.
Uh-huh.
And that capacitor, oh, I was going to mention earlier and I forgot. A capacitor runs at a frequency, it depends on what's controlling it, at 100 kilohertz. So it's 100,000 times a second. So that's way too fast for your frames. If, you know, I don't know how fast your LEDs are turning on and off though. In your strips. But it's one of the LEDs or the capacitor or something going out in yours. I'm going to try this one out in a minute. I'm going to put my visors on and get my LED tester plugged back in and fire this one up and see what's going on. If all the LEDs work by just testing the LEDs without the electronics, that means the electronics are going bad. And I just got to find out which port it is, which that's easy done too. I got the test equipment for that.
Ed, I was going to say, I know someone, he actually hit a deer on his motorcycle.
Ooh.
And luckily, he didn't go down.
Well, this was when I was still in the fire department. 6 horses got out, and guy on a motorcycle was the first one to hit one. Took him off the bike. Bike went underneath. Of course, it messed the horse up. That horse was down on the ground, got hit by a car. That car slid off to the side. A pickup truck towing a camper trailer behind them, come up, hit 2 more of them. All 6 horses ended up getting hit.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah, well, this guy here.
It was a mess.
Yeah, this guy here. Now, he doesn't know if the deer made it or not, but it's like, oh, so we started calling him, oh, you're trying to be the deer slayer.
Oh boy.
This guy here on the bike, he said he was riding along, and all of a sudden he said there was something dark in the road, and before he could realize what it was, the bike was right up against it, and the bike went right underneath of it, and off the back he come, and I think he got a broken arm and some bunch of road rash. He slid off to the side of the road. The bike went on down the road. Like I said, it knocked the horse down, broke one of its legs. It couldn't get up, and then a car right behind the motorcycle hit it. Shot him off the side of the road. Pushed the horse off that other side of the road, and then the pickup truck that coming behind him was just a few seconds behind him, and he got 2 at once.
Was that at nighttime or during the day?
Yep, night.
See, that's one reason why for me, I really don't like being on the bike at night because it's so much harder to see and everything. And if you're out there doing 65, 70, even out there on a little 2-lane country road, you know, if you get anything jump out at you, you ain't got much time to react.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah,
I mean,
you're not expecting to see a dark horse standing on the middle of the road.
Yeah. I mean, I was on my way home one night, Waxahachie, and 287 is 4-lane, 2 each way. And I mean, what scared the crap out of me one night was all of a sudden I got a damn rabbit about 10 feet out in front of me. Man, all of a sudden I see something run. It's like, what the hell? I'm like, damn. I was like, nope. I prefer, if I'm going to be on the bike, I want to be daytime.
Yeah.
But buddy of mine, when we were in high school, had a motorcycle and he had a full face helmet with the flop down shield. Well, he was riding with it up. Bumblebee come in.
Oh, I've heard about that. Yeah.
About knocked him off the bike. He said he's seen it and went to, thinking, wasn't even thinking he had his shield up. And he said as soon as it come in, he's like, back. And he said he's lucky it didn't hit him in the eye, but he said that he got that helmet off real quick.
I know that I was riding the trike actually one day, going down a little country road, talking like 30 miles an hour. I mean, I don't have the full face. I got the 3/4, but still got the visor that comes down. And going down through there, all of a sudden, I got something. And it's like, oh, crap. I had to literally pull over and get the damn thing in neutral so I get my helmet off, get that damn wasp out from underneath the visor.
Mm-hmm. Hey, how you doing, Sam? Good to see you.
Hey, Sam.
Yeah, there's some crazy stuff. So them LED bulbs, occasion, they're repairable then?
No. Oh, you can. They got triacs in these. You can use a triac dimmer and dim them. And they make bulbs that you can dim. They're expensive though.
Oh, I was going to say they've got to be pricey.
Yeah, well, they're going down in price. But did you seen them lit up?
Right.
Yeah.
Earlier for about 3 or 4 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I got 330 volts hitting this, but not really, because I got 330 volts in this box.
Right.
And what would happen if I touch my fingers on both of them things?
You get shot. You get lit up.
Nothing would happen. That's how this LED tester works. I can test one LED out of all this, 300 some volts. It's gonna go down so many volts just to light that one. It's got a detector in it, a sensor. But if I would happen to do that in my hand, grab these things, and that sensor went out at the same time, yeah, then I would get hit by 300 and something volts, 330 volts. But I got the load, the line in the neutral right here, because it works on 220 or 110. Anyway, let me see. I think it went down to, I forgot, 305 or something. Okay, neutral's on the left.
Wayne, that was an old country road that I did 40 miles an hour. I'd be like on a fucking Broncos rough and pothole that road was.
I lost 20 volts.
Wayne, I'll tell you, they smooth out at 90.
Wow.
There's no way I'd be doing 90 miles an hour down through that road.
I lost 20 volts on my meter. I got a bad LED on here. They all lighten up unless my components on here are clogging it down.
Wow.
Although there's one part of that road that if I was doing 90 at, out on the other side of that little hill and everything, is a little curve to the right. If I was doing 90, I'd keep on going and right into that farmer's field. That bike ain't meant for off-road.
Oh, I'll be all right. But hey, everybody in the chat, we're way over our time, so we're going to be shutting this thing down. And everybody in the chat, thanks for coming in. Appreciate y'all. And we'll see y'all on the next one. Don't forget Polar Bear Ed tomorrow night at 7.
Yep.
And I won't be there because I'll be working. So I'm sure Daryl will be there. Looks like he's falling there now.
I'm sitting here. Just wait till I sit.
We'll call you Willie.
Yeah.
You'll be on the road again.
Yeah.
All right, everybody.
Yeah.
It's good being north of the grass. Be safe. Stay that way. And as always, love, peace, and crackling grease. Catch y'all later.
Good night, everybody.
See y'all.
Night, everybody. See you tomorrow night.